that the bottom is open, we're going to get inside and swap out the cable. So this customer, he wants internal grounding. So of course we use the fresh1200s replacement kit. We need wire cutters and a Phillips head screwdriver. So let's get to work. And a tiny little flathead right here to pry this open. This was done before and it's kind of loose, so it feels like they stripped it. That's what happens when you tighten everything up too tight. They torque it and then they strip the screws. So come on, get out. See how that just popped out like that? Not good. It looks like they also broke this little piece right here. Amateurs. I'm not sure whoever did this. I can sometimes tell by the cable they used and the soldering work. Unlike the turntable CSI, I try to figure out who did it. It's a decent job, but they grounded it to only one side. Let's see if I can get you in here a little bit. So common mistake, they take the ground wire, they loop it and run it only to one side. Older mixers, that used to be a problem because it's sometimes grounded to the wrong side. So I like to run both. That's why my kits have the grounding built into the board itself, and it's grounded to both sides. So you won't have any noise issues. So the first thing we're going to do is undo their work and then begin cleaning it all up. This one's a little different. This is an older model. It has the grounding coming from the bottom here. So we're going to hang on to this ground wire real quick and use that for later. So we're going to pull this wire cutter, snip off this zip tie. Just makes it a little easier to work around if we get everything out of the way. Otherwise, they used a good quality cable. They used the Nutrix Reen cables. And it's got a dual conductor, so the signal ends up being really good with these. I used to use these for special occasions. They had made a limited edition of these that was white, co-branded with Beatport, and I used to make the repair kits. All right, now let's remove everything from the board. And basically treat it like it's a fresh install. Now this one also, I noticed they had the tone arm swapped. So my fear in this is that whoever installed this tone arm may not have done it properly either. So we use our little pick tool to get in there, and there we go. It's like sometimes you see people, they do some stuff right, some stuff wrong. So you know they know what they're doing, but they just got certain things wrong, you know? Most of the work I get these days seems to be do-over jobs. So let's get this old board out of here. And we may need to extend this. We may need to extend that ground wire to loop to the other side. So this one ended up not being just a simple swap. I can't really tell if they did it right or not. Yeah, it looks like they did. Okay, good. So I don't have to rewire the tone arm. Make sure those screws are tight, holding the tone arm in place. Good. All right. Let's throw our new kit on. These kits are available on the online store at fresh1200s.club. You should see the link flash on the screen right now. Little pro tip. This screwdriver, it was like $2 at Harbor Freight Tools. It's like my favorite handheld screwdriver. It's already magnetized, it's comfortable. All right, now let's see if we need to. Actually, okay, gotta do that. Oh man, you might be able to get away with it without adding a longer wire. This is a older model. I would say this is probably maybe late 80s to early 90s. And it runs the grounding down here. Normally it's supposed to be up here with a terminal spade. But we can just loop it and connect it. We'll add a little dab of solder over there. We're going to use this as a little countersink so you don't burn your finger. And now the grounding is complete. You can bend this wire down and tighten that screw. Throw a little liquid flux on these terminals real quick for maximal adhesion. You don't necessarily need to do that step. I just like to. And then we just put these wires in place. So because this was originally grounded at the bottom, the real order goes black, green, red, white, and blue. The second one can be brown sometimes. This is a newer tone arm that was installed on here, so it's definitely, it's brown. So that's the black. Let's go brown. Red, white, and blue in order. This step, you also got to be careful because you don't want to burn the board. I've had people buy my kits and then hit me up saying that they burned the board. And done. All the tone arm wires are in place. It looks good. And then we just close it back up. And once again, we tighten these by hand because we don't want to torque the screws too tight. Like I said, this beautiful screwdriver is magnetized. I probably got like 5 of these. Every time I travel, I'm like, oh, I forgot my screwdriver. Go to the local Harbor Freight. But the beauty is I always have one lying around now. Now let's hope this is not a problem where they stripped that piece. And it seems to be okay. It is stripped, but it's fine. Now we just got to put this whole thing together. Although on the other side, it needs the power knob fixed, so we're going to take care of that too. And then close it all up. Thanks for watching. And if you need a tutorial on installing one with a ground wire, I've got one of those too. Check my other videos. I'm a new channel, so please hit that subscribe button.